Hey everyone, Draco Prime 220 here, and this is another My Little Pony focused video, but nothing major. I just want to sit and talk about why I really like MLP audio dramas, and also a particular animation and animator that is um currently doing a very interesting crossover. You probably heard of him. What I really like about audio dramas, first I'll start with that, is, after Friendship is Magic ended, sorry about that. We all cried. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I bawled. I cried badly when it ended. Seeing the book close. But the thing is, who has to say the show is over when the curtain goes down? And what I really appreciate is the legacy that My Little Pony has created. Yep, the show's over. We all know it. It still sucks that it's over. But all good things must come to an end. But that does not mean something good cannot create a legacy. And some of these audio dramas I have not seen in a long time. Some of them. Sometimes I watch the most recent ones just to pass the time and just because I really enjoy them. Now, my first audio drama that I ever saw, ironically, was The Daughter of Discord. Yeah, that was actually my very first one. That was my first audio drama I ever saw. And because I was looking through my YouTube feed, just seeing what was on, and this picture came up of a pink pony with a little hat with a little propeller and a changeling. And I'm like, never saw that before. At first I didn't pay it no mind. I just continued looking. But then I saw another image of Discord with flames on his hands battling Chrysalis, and I'm thinking, okay, what is this? So I actually sat down and watched it. It said Daughter of Discord, so I typed it in on my console and I loved it. And then I'm thinking, that was my first time ever hearing of a audio drama. Believe it or not, it was. Yeah, then I'm like, are there more audio dramas? And are there a lot? Were there a lot? And there is a lot more. My next one that I watched, which is actually one of my favorites, and it's by a YouTuber. If anyone knows, if you're a fan of My Little Pony, you may know her. Her name is Magpie. She made, to me, which I still consider one of my favorite audio dramas, and its sequel, Princess Trixie Sparkle. And this is what I really love about certain audio dramas like that, is where they answer questions, like they play upon, certain things, like where the show does not say anything about, for complete example, the Alicorn Amulet, which this is revolved around. We didn't see it again after Magic Duel. We never saw it again. Never even brought it. Well, Trixie brought it up once or twice, but never heard from it again. Magpie was an absolute genius. She's like, maybe I can make a story around that. And also / Freaky Friday. If you know that movie, it's pretty good. Really quick, if anyone has not seen Princess Trixie Sparkle, leave the video now and go and watch it, because I'm about to spoil some things. This green gem that Trixie gives as payment is like, hey, this is for you helping me, and then we come to find out it body swaps Twilight and Trixie. Trixie is now in Twilight's body, and Twilight is now in Trixie's body. And to make even matters worse, everyone else gets swapped. Applejack becomes Fluttershy. Fluttershy gets switched to Applejack. Rainbow Dash gets switched to Spike. And Spike gets switched to Rainbow Dash. And Rarity becomes Pinkie Pie, and Pinkie Pie becomes Rarity. It is a mess. And you wouldn't think it couldn't get any worse. It does. Because we find out who that Alicorn amulet belongs to. And this is what I really like about Magpie's story. And by the way, she plays the villain. And let me tell you, she plays the villain you love to hate. She sounds so despicable as the villain and very cold. But her motivation is understandable, but in a way it's not. In a way she's kind of gone... And her name is Estelle. She is the older sister to Celestia and Luna. And she has a bit of a hench pony, if you want to call him that. Shadow, who is literally a physical manifestation of her that he, as he puts it, he was birthed from her magic. So, yeah. And he's actually very tragic character. He actually is just so lonely. He wants Luna's friendship again, and he does everything for Estelle. I'll get to in a minute what happens to him. So chaos ensues. No pun intended. The ponies are trying to figure out and get to Trixie. Twilight gets arrested in Trixie's body, and I thought Trixie was obnoxious and a bit... She was very self-absorbed. Discord was on something when he said that to her. But here, Trixie really shows off a very villainous streak. And I'm like, how are we going to forgive this? Okay, I get it. The Alicorn Ant would corrupt its user, making them more, I guess, more evil and more mean. Trixie in the show was just, in that one episode, Magic Duel was just a bully. She did have evil tendencies, but she was just being a bully for the most part. This was next level. I don't want to really spoil a lot of things, but the ponies go on a journey with Trixie, make a very uneasy alliance. Very uneasy for Twilight, let me tell you that. Twilight, I'll say, is put through the ringer, mentally and emotionally, and even has her ideals of the magic of friendship being challenged. Because she even says at one point, I don't even think the magic of friendship could do anything for her. We do find out a lot about Estelle, her past, and what she did. And here's where I'm going to spoil a little bit of the ending. I do not understand villains. If they have like a minion, they're like, oh, do this, do that. And once they do, they're like, I have no more use for you. Estelle, I know she was like well over 1,000 years old. She's immortal. She was immortal. And if you're still here and still curious, once again, go see the audio drama and you'll know what I mean. But this is where I'm talking, and this is also where when I say Magpie played her perfectly. Making her cold, that bit of desperation for connection, and also showing that she's a little Fruit Loops. She's a little loopy. And what I mean by that is she gets into a brief scuffle with Trixie, who's in a corrupted form of Twilight's body, called Nightmare Lulamoon, and she puts Trixie in this mental prison of how everyone's gonna not forgive her. She's a failure. She's a fake, a fraud, and she even says she's getting rid of all magic, including her own. And Shadow hears this, and she says, let me try and remember. Haven't seen it in a while. She says, it'd be a burden lifted or something like that, or you're everything I hate. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, geez. And literally, when I first saw that and she said that, I got a chill down my spine. I'm like, boy. I don't think a crime story would last long if Estelle was canon. I'm sorry. That Tarek fight? Nah. I don't think Tarek would have survived. I think while Tarek was saying, you have something that belongs to me, and Estelle would be like, bitch, please, and blow him up. And I'm like, well, that was one-sided. Like, I'm serious. I'm really serious about this. If Estelle was a canon character in My Little Pony, there'd be trouble. I'll just say that. A lot of villains would not be gang redeemed. And ones that did not want to be redeemed, yeah. 6 feet under, pushing up daisies. That's all I'll say. But she literally, and this is dark. She, like, blasts this energy at him from her horn as just staring at him. And he is slowly disintegrating. And I'm like, it's almost like the Thanos snap, but imagine it not happening, like, almost instantly, but slow. Like, you are literally seeing yourself disintegrate before your very own eyes. And, I'm not going to spoil anything about the sequel because the sequel is not complete and we haven't gotten another episode yet. And I do know what has gone on with Magpie and everything, and I completely understand that. I'm just really hoping we get the next episode this year. Because where it left off, I'm like, didn't think they'd go there. And once again, you go to see the sequel, you'll see what I mean. Like, literally, he's slowly disintegrating. He's even asking her while she's disintegrating, tell me why. Why are you doing this? And, I had this gut feeling. Because during, my playlist of Princess Trixie Sparkle, the main title card art for Princess Trixie Sparkle 2, there's a certain silhouette of a shadow, and I'm thinking, nah, he's back. I'm like, what? And I even thought to myself, I even paused the video at that point, and I thought to myself, what is it with villains doing this, and they don't stop to think, oh, could this bite me in the rump laid down the road? Is this going to come back to bite me in the rump? They never stop to think of that. This is why, why I understand why villains have henchmen or hench ponies, and then they're like, oh, I got what I want from you. You're no longer used to me. And then that is like one of the key things that leads to the villain's destruction. And I'm thinking, even before I saw the title card art of Princess Trixie Sparkle 2 Episode 1, I just couldn't shake the feeling. This is going to come back and bite her. Something is going to happen. This is going to come back and bite her somehow. I don't know how, but it is. And so far, Shadow's been, okay, really, one thing I will say about the sequel to Princess Trixie Sparkle, Shadow has been he's been really laying low. He has kind of made himself present, like here and there, but no one really knows that he's there. The only one that really caught a glimpse of him was Golden Touch, the dragon, who also is voiced by the Lost narrator. I don't know why, but Lost's voice actually makes me think that's what a dragon would sound like. I don't know. Her voice is perfect. She also does a very good Rainbow Dash and Applejack voice. But yeah, like I said, she sounds really good as a dragon, and it makes me think that's probably what a dragon would sound like if it could talk. But yeah, Shadow is back. I won't say anything else, but he's been staying low. So he's probably going to show himself, probably whenever we get the next episode, which, crossing fingers, I'm hoping this year we get it. I understand Magpie and Lost have some things to do, and I do know what happened with Lost. And I'll be honest, I wanted to contribute with what was going on with her. I just didn't have the money at the time, but she was in my prayers, and my heart goes out to her and Mag, and I just pray for the best for them. I mean that, like, their audio dramas, their content has helped me through some rough times. Like, when I would have a rough day, their content, whether old or new, made me smile. They helped me out in a pinch. So, I just hope the best for them. But yeah, Princess Trixie Sparkle was the second audio drama I saw. Since then, I've seen quite a few, and some of them are really good. Like, I'm not gonna spoil them all, like, plot detail-wise, because there are people here who have not seen these and maybe are curious, please, go and check them out. I will get as many as I can and put their links to their channel in the description box below. And if you like the video, if you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe, please. The other one that I am going to briefly talk about is Life's a Breeze. That one's very interesting because it is based off the comic. It's inspired, I should say, by the comic Reflections, where Celestia falls in love with a good version of King Sombra, and actually have a daughter named Princess Lightbreeze. And that one is really good too. Some of the little bits of animation, the art is really good. Aurora Slumber, Luna's daughter, Luna's husband is a Bat Pony guard, and they have a daughter named Aurora Slumber. Beautiful name, by the way. And it is made by Snoopy7C7, the same one who is doing the Amazing Digital Wonderland that I talked about previously in another video. I know the sequel is out. I know that. I know there's been like a few episodes of the sequel. I just can't remember it off the top of my head. The other one that I really, really grew to love was The Forest Beast. That one, wow, it is a really good story. One, Fluttershy is made a princess, so that's an instant A in my book. Also, it takes place in a place called Suntrist, and the sequel I do know is in the works. Sugar Cloud did bring that up briefly, like, I think in December or the end of November. I can't remember which month it was, but she said that she is currently working on the sequel to The Forest Beast. And I'm not going to spoil anything for that, but I will say the art is absolutely gorgeous. Some pieces of art they use for the story is beautiful. There is one piece of art that I will say, and I'll say one word: butterflies. You go and see it, you'll know what I mean. Yeah, the sequel is in the works. Oh, excuse me. And, there are so many. I can't, if I told you all the ones I enjoyed, I'm just giving you all a couple that I have really enjoyed and I'm looking forward to. The ones that are currently in the works right now are, Strings of Fate, which is going to revolve around Twilight, Sparkle, and Tempest. The other one I'm looking forward to is from Kiki Bat VA called Sky Spirit, which is very interesting. I saw the trailer and it looked really good. It's got my attention. It did have a little sneak peek of episode 1. So hopefully we're going to get that first episode of that one this year too, hopefully. The other one that is in the works, wait a minute, Kiki VA, this is Sky Spirits. Yeah, there's still quite a few in the works here. There's one called Child of the Moon, I think. Oh my god, I can't remember. It's called Child of the Moon. That's in the works. The other thing is there's actually an audio drama. Now, you're gonna be kind of surprised, but this impresses me to show how far My Little Pony has come. There is an audio drama out there called Sonic Quest for Harmony, made by Crossbreak Studios. And also, they're doing a comic book dub of Nightmare Nights. So, yeah, there is actually a Sonic and My Little Pony audio drama crossover. And it takes place after the events of, I guess, the opening of season 5. And, if no one, I will not spoil nothing about this. You have to go and watch episode 1 for yourself. The second episode is in the works. Crossbreak Studios did say that they will be revealing things soon this year. They are still doing good. They're still doing okay. So, yeah. I will not spoil nothing about that. But please, if anyone who does an MLP audio drama out there, please, if Sonic the Hedgehog can get a crossover with My Little Pony in audio drama form, can please someone do a Transformers one? Like, I would love to see a My Little Pony Transformers audio drama crossover. I would just love that. I could picture Optimus Prime and Twilight Sparkle teaming up, or the Dinobots showing up and stuff like that. I don't know. Weirdly enough, I've actually had that idea for quite some time. Like, if Sonic can get one, why can't the Transformers get one? I really think because there's a lot of people right now making Transformers fan content. We got Rise of Unicron, the Last Spark. We got a bunch of other ones. Too many to count. Like fan projects, and I don't mean AI. No, I don't mean AI. People who are animating these projects. Like, there's a lot of fan projects with Transformers. And I think also on top of that, it would be really good if it's cool if some people came together and made, I'm not talking about reanimating previous My Little Pony episodes like they've done. There's nothing against that. I thought that the most recent My Little Pony reanimated episode was really good. And that even proves it to me more. Can someone, like, do an actually animated fan film of My Little Pony? Because if Transformers could get that treatment, I'm pretty sure My Little Pony can. And now that we're on the topic of animators, there is 2 I wish to bring up. First one is George Gaza. He's amazing. I am subscribed to him. He's been doing these Thomas the Tank Engine. Yeah, I know Thomas the Tank Engine. Yeah, if anyone does say in the comments, Thomas the Tank Engine, you watched that? Yeah, I did. I even used to have the Christmas special on VHS when I was younger. I watched the crap out of that. But he's made some very unique called Collided Worlds. And he currently says, he's currently put on a post that he is making the Origins project. And is that going to be like a full movie or something? I don't know. Is it going to be like broken up into several parts? I don't know. But I love that. His animation is really good. He's even done a couple animations for like Vocal Suites Dancing in the Shadows. By the way, Vocal, if you ever see this video, you're doing an amazing job. I can't wait to see the next episode and see where that goes. Keep up the good work. And I'm just glad you're doing okay and you're here safe. He's actually making an Origins project of how Thomas the Tank Engine and friends met Twilight Sparkle and her group of friends. That I'm very curious about. That I'm intrigued in. And his animation is really good. Like, it's so cool. It's so identical. It's like so identical to the show of Friendship is Magic that you would think, like, that's actually good. That's really good. Like, you would think he probably was an animator in one of the episodes, which That's what I first thought, because that animation was good. Now, the second one I'm going to talk about is Robin Jax. Robin Jax has been doing these animatics with some animation, little bits of animation, and it's revolved around Gen 5 of MLP. And I'm going to say this, they've gotten really good. The most recent one called Defeat, and also what it teases at the end, I'm like, wow, things are probably going to escalate. I don't know how many more parts he's going to do. I'm kind of hoping he makes a total of 10, like 8. Oh, excuse me. He's got a total of 8 out already. So I'm kind of hoping he does a total of 10, because, or if he just does 9, like one more, like, puts, like, wraps up everything in episode 9, I don't know, but I'm getting a feeling he may do it to 10, I'm hoping he does, but, he really is like an alternate universe of Gen 5, and no Sparky, Sparky's not in there, but it takes a lot of, bold moves, like, with the characters and what happens to them and what they go through, and it has a more, like, serious tone to it. And the designs of his designs of the Gen 5 ponies is really good. Now, if there was an animated series with these kind of designs, I'd be all for it, because they look like a mixture of Disney/anime-esque designs, the way they look, how they react, their facial features, their expressions. They're really good. And, yeah, these two animators are really good and worth checking out. I'll try and get their links for the description box. So, you want to check out George Gaza? You want to check out Robin Jax? Feel free to. Now I'm going to close this video with saying one thing. And I'm going to say this. I'm just going to cut to the chase. Do we miss Friendship is Magic? Yes. It was lightning in a bottle. It's very hard to get lightning in a bottle, and sometimes people think, can we get lightning in a bottle twice? That's even more difficult. But the legacy of Friendship Magic is living on through these very gifted and wonderful, talented people. These storytellers, these artists, these voice actors, the people who put their sweat and tears into these stories, and also expand on certain things and say, hey, let's take this and put a story around it. Let's give our own answers to where the show did not touch upon. And I say thank you to all of you who have been keeping the legacy of My Little Pony alive and keeping us all entertained until Hasbro decides to reveal something. Now, speaking of which, there was a YouTuber named Toby, I think his name is Toby MLP. And this was posted a month ago. I didn't really watch it because, I'll be honest, his title, I finally saw his video, and it was kind of misleading. The title's kind of misleading to me. Maybe it's not to anyone else. I'm just giving my opinion. It says, is MLP over? And I even messaged him that, why are you saying it's over when we know there's going to be a franchise reinvention in 2027? I'm sorry, that's a little misleading. That was very misleading to me until I finally saw the video. He said that certain things that he's heard from reliable sources, he did not say who, so I don't know, that certain things are going to be going on with My Little Pony. So I don't know what he knows or what is going on. Only thing I can hope for is that Hasbro finally spills the beans. Yeah, I get it. It's January. It's the first month of the year. Probably they're not going to reveal anything till Toy Fair or into the middle of the year. So we just got to be patient. It's just kind of hard to be patient when a whole year has gone by and nothing pony related was released. you know? But until something is revealed or released, we got these wonderful, gifted people, these animators, VAs, and storytellers, and wonderful people who make these good stories and keep the legacy alive. And to that, I say once again, thank you to all of you. And to those I did not mention, thank you as well. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about, my personal opinion on these animators and audio dramas, why I like them. Because one, I am sucker for a good story. And also, I really love My Little Pony. It helped me out in a rough time. My video of that I'm a brony and that I love My Little Pony is on my channel. It means so much to me and makes me happy that others are happy that we got ponies to kind of cheer us up and, keep us smiling. If you love a good story, you love My Little Pony, these audio dramas are for you. So, until next time, I am Draco Prime 220, signing off.